Hello students of class 6. So as you all know, today is Teachers Day. So first of all, thank you all the students for your warm wishes and God bless you all. So let us start today's topic. Okay. So this is our chapter number 8, Introduction to Algebra. Okay. So today I am going to start this chapter. So what we mean by algebra? What are algebraic expression? So these are mathematical statement where there is an unknown. What is an unknown? We don't know the value of unknown. That is called an unknown. Suppose I am giving you one example. In the last chapter we have read decimals, and in that chapter some of the questions are like that. If you add a number to a decimal number that was given and you will get 8, like that we have discussed so many questions. For example, if you add a number to 8.18 to get 10. So what is the number you will add to 8.18 to get 10? So this number we don't know. Okay. So here also in algebra we have to find this unknown, but here the method is something different. So what is different? See, here if you don't know the number, then you have to find by using subtraction. That is, we have to subtract 8.18 from 10. Okay. But in this case, when we read algebra, in this part we have to take this question mark an alphabet. Okay, we have to take this question mark an alphabet like X, Y, Z, P, Q, A, B, C, D. So we can take any alphabet. Okay, and we don't know that we don't know the value of that alphabet. Okay, so that alphabet is called a variable in case of mathematics. So in mathematics, the value of unknown is called what? Variable. So that is our first topic. So as you can see the name variable, that means vary. In the half, so you can see here vary. The meaning of vary is changing. It means we don't know the value of variable. It will change. Okay. In this question, the value of variable means the value of question mark will be different. In another question, the value of the question mark will be different. So that question mark we have to take it as variable. Okay. And the second thing here we have to study about constant. And what is a constant? Constant are the values which we cannot change. The meaning, the name itself suggests that that constant is what? Constant is a number which we cannot change. For example, here 8.18 and 10 are constant because that number we cannot change. Okay, but here the value of this unknown, this question mark, we don't know what is the value of this unknown. So this may be anything. Okay, this may be anything. So that's why it is called what? Variable. Okay. So let us now discuss the definition. So this is the example, this is the definition of variable. The value of variable varies, it is not fixed, okay, and it can take any value. They are represented by an alphabet. You can say X, Y, Z, P or Q, okay, like that. And what are constant? The quantities with fixed numerical value. Numerical means number, okay. So they have a number, and that number will be constant number. We cannot change that number. For example, that number may be an integer, it may be a decimal number, it may be anything, but it should be a fixed number. Okay. See students, I am giving you an example so that you can better understand the concept of variable and constant. Okay. So see, for example, cost of 1 pen is rupees 5. So we can write it as 1 into 5. Similarly, cost of 2 pens is rupees 10. So we can write 2 into 5. Similarly, cost of 3 pens will be what? Rupees 15. So we can write, how to find this? Yes, we can write 3 into 5. So see, what are the quantity of pens? I have formed two tables here. Two rows are there. First row gives us the quantity of pen and second gives us the cost in rupees. Okay. So if the quantity of pen is 1, then the cost will be 1 into 5, that will be 5. Similarly, if quantity is 2, then the cost will be 2 into 5, that will be 10. Okay. Quantity 3, that means 3 into 5, that means cost will be 15. So like this, if if quantity is 10, then what will be the cost? Yes, we have to write 10 into 5. So you can see here clearly what is constant here. Our constant is 5, because 5 is the cost of the pen, which is static, which is not changing, which is constant. Okay. So here we can say 5 is constant. And what is changing? You can see the quantity is changing. First of all it was 1, then 2, then 3, like that. I am taking up to 10. Similarly, if I take x, suppose I am writing an alphabet x. Suppose I don't know what is the quantity. Okay, so I can take that quantity as x. So if I take x, then I have to write x into 5, or x into 5 we can write it as 5x. Okay. So here you can see 5 is constant. Okay. So what is constant? 5 is constant, because the cost is not changing. Cost is remains same. So that is constant. And what is variable? The quantity is variable. So how to represent a variable? Already I discussed the definition. That is, we can represent a variable using an alphabet. Any alphabet you can take, but you have to write the small letter. Okay, like X, Y, Z, A, B, C, anything, but you have to write this. You have to represent it using small letter. You can use M, N, O. Okay, so this is about variable and constant. So see, so 5x is an algebraic expression, the example which I gave you. Okay, so 5x is called an algebraic expression. So algebraic expression is what? Here we can use any letter to represent the variable, and there may be some constant in it. It is not compulsory that there should be a constant. It may be present, or it may not be present. Okay, so next is it involves different operations. So plus, minus, into, divide, like that, it involves some operations. For example, I am giving you some more examples of algebraic expression. See, if I say you just think about a number, okay, and you are thinking about a number, and I don't know what is that number, and I am telling you just divide it, just divide that number by 5. So what you write? What I have to write? I will write, fill in the blanks, because I don't know that number, and I will divide that number by 5. Okay. So that number is a variable, because we don't know what is that number. So we have to take it as a variable. So I can take it as y, or you can say x. So the expression will be, see, y divided by 5. So we can say 5 is a constant here and y is a variable. Okay. Similarly, next example, if I tell you just think of a number and add 2 to it. So you will do like this, x plus 2. So this is again an algebraic expression. Okay. So these are some examples of algebraic expression. So next topic is terms. What are terms? Terms are combined using plus or minus. So see the example. Terms are present in the algebraic expression. You have to check the number of terms. So here you can see here, this is an algebraic expression, and first is x and then is 3, and they both are combined using what? Plus. So I have written, see, the terms which are combined using plus or minus. Okay, terms are the numbers which combine with plus or minus. So here there are how many terms? 1, 2, 2 terms, and the 2 terms are combined using the symbol addition. So if I want to write the number of terms, and how many number of terms this expression have? This expression have 2 number. Similarly, if I say here if I see in example number 2, here also the number of terms is 2. Similarly, you can see here also the number of terms is 2. So remember AB. What is the meaning of AB? AB means A into B. A is multiplied with B. Okay. So here you can see terms are combined using plus or minus only. So we cannot treat these two as 2 terms. This will be only 1 term, because we know that the terms are separated, or you can say this is separated by plus. Okay, plus or minus. So we have to see this symbol only. So that means how many terms are there? 2 terms. Similarly, here you can say, see, x, y, z. X, y, z. Okay, there is no addition symbol, and there is no minus symbol also here. So we can say only one term is here. Okay. So this is one term. So the next one, see numerical coefficient. Any factor of the term is called numerical coefficient of the product of the remaining terms. For example, see 3xy. What is the numerical coefficient? You have to check. First of all, see this is an algebraic expression. Okay. And this algebraic expression has only one term. Okay. Because there is no plus sign and there is no minus sign. Okay. If this example, if I had taken this one 3xy plus 1, then this algebraic expression has two terms, but now it has only one term, and this term has two parts in it. One is the variable part and the other one is numerical part. Okay. Numerical means number, and variable part is when we are using the alphabets. So what are numerical coefficient? If they in question they are asking that you have to find the numerical coefficient. So what is the numerical coefficient? Here the numerical coefficient is 3. Okay. Similarly, see another example, number 2. See if I write minus 1 by 2 xy, minus 3xy. So what will be the numerical coefficient? Yes, you have to write what? Minus 3. Minus 3 is the numerical coefficient. Okay, because this part is variable part. Okay. So now I am starting exercise 8.1c. What is given? Pick out the correct expression for each of the following statement from the options. That means you have to fill up the blank using the sentence. What is written in the sentence? You have to see the meaning of that sentence, and accordingly you have to write from the given expressions. So first expression is think of a number. So suppose you are thinking of a number and that is x. So next is number B, one more than the number you thought of. That means you have to add 1 to it. So that means the expression will be x plus 1. Next, number C, 1 less than the number you thought of. That means what will happen? You thought of x. So if you subtract 1, that means 1 will be less. Okay, so according to that, x minus 1. Number D, 3 times the number you thought of. That means you have to do 3 times of it. So how to do 3 times? 3 times matlab 3 into x. Okay, 3 into x. So we thought of the number x. That means you have to do 3 times. So 3 into x. Number E. D was 2 less than that of number. So x minus 2. And number E will be 3 times of x. That will be, we can write 3x. Okay. So next is number F. 2 more than the number you thought of. So you thought of x. So 2 more than, that means you have to add 2 to it. Okay. Similarly, you can do the rest of the question. I am doing number I. You can see in I, twice the number you thought of. That means you have to do 2 times of the number you are thinking of. So you thought of the number x, so you have to do 2 times. Twice means 2 times. So 2 into x. Then subtracted by 1. That means you have to subtract 1 from it. So minus 1. That means 2 into x, we can write 2x. That means 2x minus 1. Okay. So students, try to do the remaining question. Okay. I am going to next question number 2. So next is very simple. You have to write the numerical coefficient. Already I told you what are numerical coefficient. That means you have to leave the variable part and you have to write the number part. Okay. Numerical part. So in A number, the numerical coefficient will be 2. In B, it will be 16. And in C, you can see ABY is written. So before ABY, nothing is written. So that means 1. Okay, because when we multiply 1 with ABY, we will get again ABY. Okay, so here the numerical coefficient is 1. Next, number D, the numerical coefficient will be 2. Next, E number, the numerical coefficient is 1 by 2. F number, like that you can do. Okay, G and H all are very simple, so you can do it. Okay, so students, try to do the questions, and if you have any difficulty in the concept part, you can ask me. Thank you.